Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. Yes, indeed, another brand new day. Yay! And I am horrified I am, to discover. I pick up my little Hamatron here, little Saber, little Cream, and she's got fleas. I don't know, the fleas must have fallen off my cat when she jumped onto the cage because she goes outside all the time and I need like flea stuff for her. But she's got fleas all over her. Oh no! So I need to change all of her bedding and I need to find out the treatment for fleas because I don't want her fur to fall off. It might have been that I don't think Charvy had fleas, but all of his fur fell off. And I don't want her fur to fall off. That would be very, very sad. I mean, it's bad enough just even if her fur doesn't fall off. She's got fleas. Oh. I chased one flea off, but after I chased off one, I found 3 others real quickly, and I couldn't chase them all off. So I'm gonna have to figure out what to do about fleas on hamsters. They must not have been on her long. I mean, I didn't even see on her scratching, so they couldn't have been. She couldn't have had fleas for long. But gosh, the fact that she's got fleas at all, I'm kind of sad about that. Poor little thing. So I got to check all my other hamsters and maybe just treat them all for fleas. And then I'm going to have to treat, well, she's over here sleeping in front of the door. I'm going to have to treat Amelia for fleas again too. I didn't realize it was so bad on her. She doesn't like to be touched because she's a cat. She's very finicky. When she wants to be petted is when she wants to be petted and comes up in my lap. If I just pet her like when she's down on the floor or whatever, she'll accept it, but she'll also go meow, meow. You know, she wants to be petted when she wants to be petted. So, it's just, she's a good hamster, and all my hamsters are awesome. It's just, I didn't realize they'd had fleas. That's sad. I mean, fleas have to live. Our whole world is filled with creatures that mostly aren't evil. They just want to live. It's just they happen to be the creatures that, if they live, make your life miserable or possibly short and miserable. Life is life. And then, of course, sometimes trying to talk with people is difficult. And that there's the Dunningkrugers types who they're the ones that are stupid, but they're so stupid they actually think that they're smart, and you can't tell them otherwise because they're too stupid. They're the person that insists, I've been driving trucks my whole life, of course I can drive that truck, and then they jackknife it, destroy it, and it's like, oops, there must have been something wrong with the truck. You can't teach them because they're so stupid they think they already know. And life is rough, and if you're one of those, I mean, it's not your fault. I mean, it is and it isn't. Your brain only works so well, and it functions in such a fashion that it doesn't know it's broken. So in a way, you can't help it. But once you've been made aware of it, and if you can get it through the broken parts to understand that you are broken, you're not smart, you are in fact ruining things, then you can try and deal with it. And once you're aware of it, if you don't fix it and you continue to go on the, well, I am smart, as you leave a ruin behind you, then it is your fault. And I've had to block people on Twitter because they want to argue about how good President Trump is for vets, when already just this month, one of the things that's happening is now it's harder for vets to get food stamps because of what President Trump has done. It's now harder to get food stamps. And of course, with them not staffing the VA properly, people have been kicked off of schooling and kicked out of their houses because the payments that they were supposed to get from the VA just didn't come because of computer errors, because nobody was staffing the place, because Trump hasn't assigned the people he's supposed to, so people weren't getting money. And their official plan was just, oh well. Until that got to be too crazy. I still don't know if they've gotten fixed, but the official plan was, oops, sorry, we're not going to help you. And it's just a constant stream of that. So if you just look, then you can see that this is not a good man for vets. But when you get those people that argue, well, Trump has been better for vets than anybody, any other libtard president, it's like, you can't argue with people like that because you show them facts and it doesn't matter. They already know. These are the people also that when they watch Fox only, and they're going to be blindsided if anything happens to Trump, if he does get indicted, if he does resign, because on Fox News and the conservative think-speak bubble, there's no news. There's no news about what's going on out here. The only news about what's happening is just about how, oh, Mueller's out of control and everything is fine. Whereas in the real world, no, everything isn't fine. And things are going to be very, very bad because already so many people have gone to prison and more people are going. But inside the think-speak bubble of the conservative mindset, there's no word of any of that. When something happens, it's going to come completely out of the blue. That's going to be the first they hear of it. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't like to argue with people, especially with people that, I like to debate in that I'm going to give you my ABCs that lead to my logical point. I want to hear your ABCs that lead to your logical point so that we can see what's going on. We can compare and contrast, and I can change my worldview, or you can change your worldview, or we can agree to disagree, and we're not going to change worldviews. But you can't debate anyone that knows. And so all you can do is just go, oh, well, you are arguing in bad faith. Goodbye, block. I don't like doing that, but what can you do? And we all have a bit of that Dunning-Kruger in all of us. We all have our blind spots. We all have those things we think we're really good at. But if we could take a look at it from another set of eyes, we'd go, oh my God, I should never do that again. In fact, I shouldn't have spent all the time and effort into doing what I can do on it. Ay, ay, ay. So we all have our blind spots. We all have our Dunning-Kruger points. I mean, I know I've got blind spots. I'm always getting hit with stuff that, yeah, I should have realized, but because of the way I think, I didn't even get a clue that this thing was going to come in and tackle me.
Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel.
So we're all, in ways, just people. We're all just people. It would be nice if we could all get along. It would be nice if we didn't, try to kill each other because they're different in some way. I mean, we'll always find ways to separate and differentiate. Even when you go, take a look at any group. You take a look at, just on the political side, let's take a look and say, if you take a look at the broad picture, it's like, yes, there's left and right, but you take a look at the left and right and you can see that they start to splinter the more that you get closer and take a look at, until there's not a monolithic left and a monolithic right. There's just there's a whole bunch of individuals, and everybody's on a different point, a different set on whatever spectrum of belief and thoughts there are. And sometimes you can try and lead someone along from A to B to C to show them how you got to your point, and sometimes they can lead you from A to B to C and show you their world point. I'm really good at that. If you can show me logically how you went from point A to point B to point C to point D to where you are, and I can follow you along logically. If I can follow those from point A to point B, then yeah, you got me. I mean, and if it shows that your logical point that you lead A to B to C, I cannot defend against, or I go, gosh, you know, I do change my worldviews and my points, and I change the way I think about things, as long as you can lead me from A to B to C. And it's not like that South Park thing of, you know, step 1, steal underwear, step 2, do this, step 3, and step 4 is profit. You know, if you can't show me step 3, then you've lost me at point 2. But if you can lead me from A to B to C to D to your point, then I don't have a choice. I can ignore reality, or I can alter my own worldview. And when, as much as I hate it, and I will resist it, of course, I'm a human being, I will fight and resist it. But as long as you can drag me kicking and screaming all the way from point A to B to C down to the logical end, as much as I hate it, when I get to that end, I'll go, damn it, and then I'll change my worldview. And it's one of the reasons that I try not to ever drop anything that's not biodegradable or natural out when I'm out walking. When I've got plastics, I do my damnedest to make sure that they're going to be disposed of in a garbage can or recycled if possible, because I know what the end state of microplastics is. And plastics break into microplastics, and they take thousands of years to break down, and microplastics are poisoning our world. I can't in good conscience pollute with plastics. So yeah, I do my damnedest to make sure that that stuff doesn't get lost and out in the wild. Just show me A to B to C. I wish more people would do that. A lot of people do, but some people are not willing to make that A to B to C to D. It's that step from C to D. They just go, okay, I am willing to die on this hill. I am not going to take the step from C to D. No. People are people. And it's true. And boy, talk about that. Just as a minor aside, one of the things I've had to deal with my entire life, and I've mentioned this before, but I just thought I'd mention it again because it's with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law and my father-in-law. It's all my life I've had to deal with it from a young teenager to now, where 9 times out of 10, the people that I meet, I'll go, hi, and they go, hi, in return. But I don't know if everybody in the world has to deal with this, but there are many, many times that through my life, I've just gone, hi, and the reaction on other people's side has just been, no, to hell with you. And they don't like me at all. Unfortunately, my brother-in-law is one of those. And unfortunately, he is also one of those that makes up his mind on stuff, and whether or not it's right or wrong, it's made up. One of the reasons he and his wife consider me evil is a few years back, I did some stuff where I could have done better. I was complaining about things that were happening while I was living in his basement, and I was complaining about them on video. But I have always stressed that never, ever, 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 ever do anything against anybody that is harassment. I hate any injustice, and doing anything against anybody is of harassment type is injustice, and I hate that. His worldview also is when he tells me something happens, I don't actually know if it happened or not. There's a lot of not quite reality that makes it in. And so he's mad because he thinks and tells me, he doesn't even think, he says because he knows that I sent my army of cyberbullies against him and his wife. Even though if you take a look at all of my videos, 90%, 95% of the times that I mention him and his wife, it is in praise for helping me and my children and giving me a place to live, and 5% going, gosh, well, you know, I am complaining about this little part in my life, but don't ever do anything, because as much as I'm angry and upset, I'm also intensely grateful for him giving me a place to live. And my telling people don't ever do anything to him, but micro-complaining is apparently sicking my army of cyberbullies on him. So he hates me because of that, as well as his wife. And so my children have to deal with whenever I'm mentioned, I am a horrible person. Even though, again, I could have handled it better. I shouldn't have complained, but I've never mentioned him by name or where he lives or what he does or what she does or where she lives. And on top of trying my damnedest to keep them as behind the scenes and invisible as possible, I always tell people don't ever harass anyone. But I'm a cyberbully. Life is life. I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people. It is arranged because even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand, with my fibro, depression, and more, my memory is awful. It's better, 1000% better than it used to be, but it's only 25% of capacity of anybody else's. So, if I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're not good at English. We're not good at English. We're not good at pronouncing non-English names. And I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. So good comment, a bad comment, a different comment. The fact is you left me a comment. Thank you very, very much. It is appreciated. So calling up my Chrome. Did I? I don't think I did. No, in fact, I didn't load up 24 hours worth of comments. Hokey smokes. I am so sorry. I am opening up now 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab. I am so far behind. I thought I had done that. Yay! My sincere apologies. Hokey smokes. Okay, there we go. I've opened up. There's the Ice Damon, greatly appreciated. Alex and Gordon, SAS4, who actually is a very unpleasant person, but that did take the time to leave a troll comment. So thank you very much. You know, you are a jerk. And Henrik, greatly appreciated. Derpy Smile, thumbs up and thank you. Nico, greatly appreciated. Kathy Kitscat, thumbs up and thank you. Etech0987, thumbs up and thank you. Sebastian Ferris, greatly appreciated. Tyler Trentham, thumbs up and thank you. Thomas S, greatly appreciated. Neat Free, thumbs up and thank you. And then we have OMG Cantrell, thumbs up and thank you. It looks like Gravo Blambo, but it's written in odd text. I can't read it, so hopefully I'm close. And Gabe Robinson, thumbs up and thanks you. Mobile Squad CSGO, greatly appreciated. Brian Glenn, thumbs up. And Matthew Nichols, greatly appreciated. Pandora NYC1, thank you very, very much. And then we have Ethan Demers, greatly apprecited. Crud Lynn, greatly apprecited. Jason Hatherley, thumbs up. Darius, greatly appreciated. JSE Terriant? Ooh, I sure hope I'm close. Thank you very, very much. Conspo Lopez, greatly appreciated. And Malkan, thumbs up and thank you. I know I said greatly appreciated a lot, but it is greatly appreciated your having left me a comment. Even the people that, you know, just tell me basically, like the one that I said, you're an unpleasant person and a jerk, you know, telling me to basically fuck off and die. Hey, you took the time to leave a comment to tell me to fuck off and die. Thank you. It is appreciated. I have a whole bunch of links down below in the show more down there. I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com, a blog of mine. I also have my gaming channel, if you could check that out. I really want to get it monetized, so I'm going to start talking that one up at the end here. If you could check that out, that would be really, really cool. Now, if you could also donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. I was very, very close. At least this month, I've been okay. January, I should be good. February, I'm hoping things will be good. I'm not sure yet. I'm always on the ragged edge of disaster, so if you could donate, that would be cool. But if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes and deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool and greatly appreciated. And there's a bunch of people out there too. Multi-Insight Gamer. If you could check out his channel, and hopefully I've got like a link up there to it. He's been really depressed. He's almost quit YouTube and Twitter and Twitch, and give him a check out. He deserves all the looks and views he can get. So he's going to give it another month. Let's see if we can keep him alive. And then as for myself, hopefully I'm going to have a reaction video, hopefully a game video, hopefully a game video for my game channel. That would be awesome. I do want to live stream again. I hate falling asleep all the time like I tend to do. I have insomnia and pain keeps me awake. I don't sleep much at night, so I need to take a nap during the day so I stop falling asleep in this chair. Well, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. I just had to figure out how to get fleas off hamsters.